It's Anthrax right here on your classic metal show with Only, and that one going out by request to one of our fans.
To someone.
It goes out to Jim Groff, Lord Jim.
There you go. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Who says I don't pay attention to your requests?
Yeah, pal.
Yeah. I only play them if I like them.
As it should be. It's our fucking show.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Why would we play anything we don't like?
Just for shits and giggles, maybe. I don't know.
That's what the Metal and Kendall is for, and that's what the Metal Vault with Mac is for. That's fucking 5 hours a week of all requests.
Yeah.
Well, I was listening to the Metal Vault today. Whew, boy, he was playing some good stuff.
Really?
Yeah, he was. He is like fucked up musically, like I am. So he was playing like all these like 80s songs, and then all of a sudden he switched over and it was like Death and Lamb of God, and I was like, whoa, that works for me. You know, I don't know if that works for everybody, but that sure worked for me. He played like 5 songs in a row that were just brutality, and I was loving. I of course jumped in immediately and was like, here, play some Skin Lab. Give me something heavy.
Play some Cattle Decapitation.
That's right. What about some Immolation? You got any of that? How about some Waco Jesus? Too funny.
Well, I don't think you could be mentioning Waco Jesus anytime soon anymore.
Why?
Well, because that makes reference to the massacre at Waco, and that's history we're not allowed to talk about anymore.
Neeley, you're forgetting it was white people that were burned to death.
Well, that is true, but it was our government who was protecting us from these radicals.
But the people that died were white Christians.
That's right. But women and children died. What about the children?
But they were white. It's allowed. You're allowed to make fun of white dead babies, aren't you?
I don't know.
Certainly white women dying, you can make fun of that all day long.
Can you?
And white men, of course. Of course, you can make all kinds of white men jokes. You know, dude, speaking of Waco, which this has nothing to do with other than burning people.
Right.
I'm a little late to the game here. I will admit that I am just a tad late to the game. But 8 years in, I've started watching this American Horror Story.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It is so fucked up. You would love it.
When it started back on FX way back in 2010, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
I did watch it then.
It's fuck. I'm watching season 8, which is like I can't even explain what it's about, but it's fucked up. And I'm watching every single episode, and every single episode that I watch, I just find myself mumbling, damn, that's fucked up. Damn, that's fucked up. I'm loving it because it is so fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
And just this last episode, they just burned 3 people at the stake, and I was just like, yeah, nice. You know, I was all in for the burning at the stake. I was like, yeah, look at ass fire. Chris just started watching Dexter recently. I've seen Dexter, thank you. I got to remind you people, I was in a horrible marriage where anything that wasn't Christianized wasn't going on in this house. I was a pussy-whipped faggot. I'll admit it. I was a pussy-whipped faggot. I wasn't watching anything good. I was watching all kinds of bullshit. Law and Order was considered bad in my house. She hated that shit. You just like that the women are getting raped.
Is that the reason why? Because the women were getting raped?
No lie, I heard that argument 100 times.
Who in their right mind would say something like that?
I heard it 100 times.
I cannot, again, just from I can't even imagine anyone saying that to me, saying you only like to watch this because the women are getting raped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. dude, you met her. Are you shocked?
No, but that is such a bizarre statement.
Yeah.
Who even says something like that?
Mm-hmm. I know.
That is really strange. That's a strange take on watching anything that might be violent.
You wanna have strange takes. How about this? The only reason I watch football is for the 3 to 5 seconds once a half when they show the cheerleaders.
That's the whole. You watch 3 hours of game to catch 30 seconds worth of cheerleaders.
Yeah, so I can catch some bouncy top boob.
That's it.
That's it. That's the only reason I watched football.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
But not all teams have cheerleaders.
Yeah. When advertisers for Music's Bottom Line would put in a suggestive ad, it was me wanting to fuck the girls in the picture.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. It was a shoot. I don't know what I was doing. I was a fucking disaster putting up with that shit.
The only football teams that had cheerleaders, even up until this, how many teams have cheerleaders? Like 10?
If that many.
And that's today.
Yeah. But I could never watch a Cowboy game. Oh, no. Those whores!
Yeah, well, I will admit the Cowboys did have a great thing going on there with their Cowboy cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I mean, they were featured heavily in the 70s and the 80s. They even had, special TV shows about it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I've never seen them.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely were smoking hot.
Yep.
Those little shorts that they wore and stuff, it's just like, wow, that was something else. But they were the only team that even had cheerleaders for decades.
And I still went with the same theory of what difference did it make? Even if it was true, even if the truth was, yeah, I'm watching that shit because I want to fuck those chicks. So what? What difference does that make? Not doing it. I'm not running around cheating, unlike some people. It's like, what the fuck? So what? Who cares? That was always my answer, was who gives a shit? I never understood jealousy about that kind of shit. I never did. I never will. It just doesn't make any sense. If you're in a relationship and the person's not fucking somebody else, who gives a shit what their interests are? As long as they come back to you. As far as I'm concerned, go. If I'm with a chick and she wants to fucking go watch strippers and see big cocks waved in her face, go do it. Just bring that pussy home to me while it's all wet and juiced up. It's like, fuck. What's the problem here?
Well, I had a situation not dealing with jealousy of chicks, but again, with the whole what difference does it make to you?
Yeah.
So you've been to my house.
I have.
So in my there's an area of my house where I have office furniture. I have I have a desk and a credenza and this and that and the other, and that's where I keep my business related stuff.
Sure.
And this certain someone that I was dating came over, and I had some tax stuff laid out on the desk.
Right.
Different forms and things and different documents that went with it. And it's like, what's all of this? And I go, well, that's some tax stuff that, for my LLC.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what is it doing here? Now, mind you, this is my house.
Yeah. And she didn't live with you.
And she didn't live with me.
Yeah.
Why is this all here? I said, because I've got to get a couple of things filed and this and that. You haven't filed your taxes yet? And I'm just like, I'm on an extension?
Yeah.
Well, why haven't you done that yet?
Oh, Jesus.
And it's like, what difference does that make to you?
Yeah.
This got nothing to do with you. Well, why are you even concerned?
Yeah. Can I afford the dinner I'm about to buy you? Then shut it.
Yeah. And so this literally went on for a couple of months. I see those taxes are still laying there. Have you done anything with that yet?